And we'll just pop you in there like that. Hey, getting better at this. Hey, B Crook. Hey, Jeff. Who else we got? I'm going to do a review straight up. If you've got a site you want me to have a look at, hey Vlad, if you've got a site you want me to have a look at and give you some tips of why maybe it's not ranking or how it could rank better, just drop your domain name into the chat. If you're coming in via the web, just tweet me that URL at Jimboot. But I'm going to get cracking on. The first site that we've got this morning is for, let's have a look. I've got to get the right name of this. It is campervanportugal.com, and I'm going to go with /EN. So that's the English version, obviously, of his site. So this is for Andre. Hi, Andre. What news, Vlad? I'm just doing SEO reviews for people on their sites. And this is for Andre Silva. And Andre Silva's been watching the show and commenting and stuff for quite some time now. So I will endeavour to find out what's going on with his site. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google and type in SITE : and then the web address, which is Campervan Portugal. Now what's interesting here is it's a keyword-rich domain, but it's the singular, not the plural, which is curious. So I've gone site Campervan Portugal. We've got 62 results. Most of that is Portuguese, I think. I'm looking for the English. Okay, I'm just going to go /English and see what I get there. Okay, you get 26 English pages. I might just go and start the crawl on that. So then what we do, we go and have a grab. Oh, thanks for the hearts. I need the hearts. By the way, if you have any followers that you think might be interested in SEO stuff, if you can share out the link, that'd be awesome. Hey, Knight87. Oh, look at the hearts. And look, they match the logo, the colour. Well done. So then I'm going to go off to Screaming Frog and type the domain name in there. I'm excellent. Thanks, Lil Rose. And I use Screaming Frog as the piece of software for crawling people's sites because it's really good. And if you're doing anything with Google, then you need to have a good crawler to crawl your site to find out if there are any problems with it, which is what we're doing now with Andre's site. Still getting over a cold, sorry about that. Okay, so that's crawling away, that's good. Do you use Google AdWords for SEO? Not for SEO, we use Google AdWords though. The AdWords and SEO are not related. But certainly we do a lot of Google AdWords. And here's a tip, if anybody out there is watching and they're doing e-commerce sites, get onto Google Shopping, it's awesome. Alright, so Campervan Hire Portugal, I'm guessing, is the #1 phrase that you want to rank for. So first of all, let me just see let's go and have a look at that landing page. So we've got our main landing page at the moment is Campervan Hire Portugal in the page title, and then pipe, the character pipe, and then Campervan Hire Lisbon. When I go to that page, I've got a nice big H1 saying Campervan Hire Portugal, which is great. And then I've got a H2, which is a smaller font size. So these are all in the right. He's using the heading tags correctly. This is how, hey, is I wonder if that, no, it's not Andre. So these two heading tags have been used correctly. We've got the H1 bigger than the H2, and the H1 comes first on the page, followed by the H2. The only thing I would say here, Andre, is that your H1, it's a heading of an article. So a good document structure would normally, you would see some text under that. At the moment on your H1, there's nothing under it. I would prefer to have some text directly under that H1. It can be below those 2 images that you've got there on the page if you want to do that. That's fine. Do you do marketing as well? Yeah, we do a lot of internet marketing. And the same with your, I guess your second H2. Oh, here we go. So your second H2 is, has it got any text? Yeah, you got some text there. Yeah, okay, so Mozzie has asked, can I give him a 10-second breakdown of what we're trying to do here? So I get a lot of questions all the time about SEO, obviously, because we do a lot of SEO. And I learned this by, no, I didn't go to uni. I didn't even finish school. I learnt everything from the interwebs. So what we're trying to do here is have a look at people's sites and see if we can find some issues that might be holding back their SEO. And for instance, I'm on campervanportugal.com right now, and what I'm seeing, I've got a H1, which is great, then I've got a H2, which is great, but then I've got another H2, so H2 is a heading tag, and that one is a different font size to the first H2. So we're kind of negating that good document structure. If you're going to use your heading tags, you want to make sure all your H1s are the same size, all your H2s are the same size, all the H3s are the same size. And the same then, we've got another H2 which is overly large as well compared to the first H2 we've got on the page. So that's the home page. And then we've got a fourth H2 which is formatted differently. Yeah, sorry, search engine optimization. It's about, making sure you appear in Google and getting traffic from Google. It's for businesses typically. But we've had other people on here that don't have businesses, just have hobby sites and those sorts of things, and want to know how to get them ranked in Google. So the biggest thing you can do to get more traffic from Google is build your audience. And you can say, well, that's why I'm trying to get more traffic from Google, so I can build my audience. But when I say that, I mean, you've got to be involved in social. You've got to get involved in Facebook. I've got over 300 videos up on YouTube you can go and have a look at, which is, my YouTube channel is just for youtube.com/Jimbo. The biggest thing you can do is build your audience. By that I mean publishing content, getting people to comment on the blog, engaging with your audience on your blog, getting into social, getting into other people's groups, other people's forums, and contributing there, and starting to get your brand out there. Build the brand. That's what good SEO, ironically, is all about now. It's about building your brand, because if you can do that, all this technical stuff it becomes easy, it becomes simple. So that's the first thing. Yeah, Mozzie, what's the URL for your brother's site? I'll finish Andre's and then I'll have a look at that one. Articles, you can head off to stuartmedia.biz, and I've got there's hundreds and hundreds of articles at stuartmedia.biz, which is STEWART, as is on the sign there, .biz, and there's hundreds and hundreds of articles going back to about 2005. Do they help in SEO on a website? Yes, definitely. You've got to keep publishing. The reason you've got to keep publishing is it helps build your audience and gets people coming back to you and sharing your content and talking about you and bringing more people to you. And then the side effect of that is that Google sees that, and it sees that you're publishing good content, quality content, and people like it. Bogusskates.com.au, good one. Bogus Skates. Let me just put that one in the, this is another, we'll do this one next. This is another review.com.au, so I'll just leave that one there, and we'll go across to Screaming Frog to see what Screaming Frog has found. So Screaming Frog has found 17 pages. Google had 20. No, we've done that one before, Mitch, and I think you've been here before, and we're not doing it again. And you know why. I'm looking at the 17 pages that we've yeah, you've just wrecked everybody's browsers, Mitch. Now everyone's going to have to go and clear their cache. This English one, yeah, don't go to it if it's not safe for workplace. Yeah. Campervan hire pork. We don't have a lot of content here, Andre, that I can find by crawling that link that you've put in there. I know you've got a blog. I'm wondering whether you have an English blog as well. I think you're going to need more English content as well as those things that I found, those heading tag issues. Let me just go and have a quick look at the code. But what I'm seeing here is that we don't have a lot of content. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to go and just see what the... By the way, we've got a Google Penguin update coming up in next month, within early in the new year. Penguin is a Google update which basically punishes people who are buying backlinks. If you've bought any cheap SEO over the last year, you might want to go and have a look at all the backlinks and get rid of the horrible ones, because if you don't, you're going to get smashed by Google in the next 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks anyway. And I said that one of the reasons why you might have terrible backlinks or cheap and nasty, unnatural backlinks, in a post recently, is because you've actually used an SEO company. Yeah, and then overnight, an SEO company out of Florida came and took issue with me saying that. I don't know why. How do you program? You go to maybe Code Academy or any of those? Yeah. So the best thing that you can do with SEO is focus on your customers, focus on your audience. So I'm also going to have a look at the backlinks for Andre. Yeah, that's what I mean. If you hire someone on Elance, or you've paid bottom dollar for SEO services, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get people buying cheap backlinks. And okay, so now we're having a look at Andre's backlinks. And Andre, sure, Louis, just drop your URL in there. Actually, your backlinks aren't too bad, Andre. You've got links from 15 domains, so that's not too bad. I always worry when we have, thousands. So, Andre, the thing that you can do is fix up those heading tags, get a little bit more content underneath those heading tags, get the structure of them right. Also, let me just have a look at the code. How do you get backlinks? Well, as an SEO company, the backlinking campaigns that we do are removing backlinks. We don't go out and, generate backlinks. So occasionally for some clients, we'll say, hey, you know what? You should probably write an article about that site over there and let them know you've written an article about them. Hopefully they'll give you a link. So some examples of that would be, we've had a nursery company. No, backlinks are great. Bad backlinks are terrible. So good backlinks are great. But you don't necessarily need a lot. You only need a better backlink profile than the company that you're trying to be. So anyway, this nursery company, what they did was look at local universities' courses for horticulture. And they critiqued them and said what you'd learn and all the rest of it. And then they let the universities know, and the universities, went, thanks, here's a backlink. And the university's website said, here's a backlink. And the good thing about that for the client was that he was getting a backlink from a really authoritative site. So I'm just going to have a look at the code just to see if there's anything in here that we need to be concerned about. Doesn't look too bad. Okay, you got Yoast. That's great. Yoast is the best plugin for SEO for WordPress. Yeah, that code looks pretty good. Yeah, Andre, I'd say what you got to do: fix up that those heading tag structures on your pages, and then just start writing some awesome content about Portugal and camper van trips and all that sort of stuff. You might already have it there in Portuguese. If you have, then get it translated and put it up on the site. So now we're going to have a look at bogus skates. So bogusskates.com.au. So the first thing that strikes me about the homepage here is that we it's funny your name's Mozzie Bush, because I found an excellent way to get rid of mozzie bites. Now, for those of you who don't know, not from Australia, a mozzie is a mosquito, and I got 20 bites on my legs the other day. Anyway, if you want a tip for fixing a mozzie bite, just get a teaspoon, dip it in some boiling water, and whack it on the mozzie bite for a second, and then take it off. And it kills all the enzymes in the mozzie bite, and it stops the itching. It's awesome. It took me 50 years to find that out. Why is that? Anyway, the first thing that strikes me about Bogus Skates is that we have a homepage which is essentially devoid of content. Our homepage title says home. So the homepage title, when you're browsing the web, yeah, hot water. You stick a teaspoon in boiling water, you pull it out, and then you stick it on the mozzie bite. The first thing that Google sees on a page when it's about to crawl it is the page title. So when you're browsing the web, you've got your browser, you might have a couple of tabs open. You put your mouse over one of those tabs, and that's the page. A little pop-up will come up with some words. That's the page title. On Bogus Skates, our page title is home, so there's no keywords in there. We don't even have skates. We don't even have the word skates. So we want to talk about our keywords in our page title. Now, if I go and have a look and see what Google has indexed, I type in site, SITE, bogusskates.com.au. Google thinks the site has 5 pages, which is going to be really hard to rank because we don't have a lot of content. It's a pretty blank page. I'm trying to convince my bro to let me, yeah, please convince him. Hey, Mozzie Bush's brother, can you let him take over the design of the site? Because you've probably got some great ideas, great business acumen, but right now, site needs some work. 5 pages isn't enough. You need a blog. Get a blog. There's plenty of content you can do about skating, right? So now I'll just quickly crawl the site. Not that there's brothers are, mate. Brothers are always stubborn. It's the other brothers, us, that are not the stubborn ones. Okay. bogusskates.com.au. So I'm using Screaming Frog software to crawl the site and have a look at if there are only indeed 5 pages. I found 6 pages. So we've duplicated our home page as well. So we've got the homepage available at bogusskates.com.au, and we've also got the homepage available at bogusskates.com.au/index.html. All you need to do there is redirect. Can you recommend a good website to find blog writers? Yeah, Writers Access is excellent. Writers Access. So all you have to do with that, bogusskates.com.au/index.html, do a permanent redirect of that page to the root domain, because we don't want, otherwise we've got 2 pages duplicate of the home page. All our page titles need to be worked on. We don't have the word skates in any of them. We're not using heading tags. Heading tags give a document some structure and some definition and allow search engines to give some idea of what the site is about. Let's have a look. What else we got here? And Bogus Skates products. Let's go and have a look at the products. Yeah, no heading tags on our product pages. I would prefer also, sorry, I've got alerts. Bogus is his brand. He also has, yep, which is a distribution company. I just saw that with the email address on the site. What the product pages, I would prefer they all have their own page rather than, I think we've probably got pop-ups. No, we don't have pop-ups, but we've got, I mean, you can still have those, you know, one page with all the stuff on it. And I suppose we don't have a lot of products at the moment there either, do we? So, okay, we've got some heading tags on this product page, and they're all H4s. You know, ideally what we want to see here is that we want to see, you know, if you had individual product pages, say, you know, one for the bearing lube and everything else, you can get much more control over the SEO for that. It's Bogus Skates, BOGUSSKATES.com.au. You can have much more control over the SEO if you have individual product pages for your products. So at the moment, for instance, on the page style on this one is products. Obviously, I would prefer that to be, you know, awesome skating products or something like that. That should be the page style, and that should also be the H1, and that should also be the URL. At the moment, our URL for the products is products.html. It should be skatingproducts.html. Okay, so you start to get your keywords in all these areas, because what you're trying to do here is let Google know what that page is about. Okay, Google doesn't rank sites, it ranks pages. So, you know, that page is full of heading tags, which are just basically H4 tags, which are not doing the site, that page ranking any good at all. You need a H1 at the top of the page, and then I would say using H2s for each of the products, but not configured as it is at the moment, because all that text is kind of hidden. I like his text. His text is good. I like his copy. Now, it's highly ranked. I don't even know where it does. I doubt it. Let me just check his, make sure he hasn't done any backlinking. BogusSkates.com.au. No, he hasn't. That's good. That's fine. On Google UK. Yeah, probably not for the words that he wants to. I mean, if someone's typing in bogus skates, he should be number one, right? Obviously. And he is. He's number one here. But people don't type that in. And if they do, then they actually already know you. So that's not who you're trying to reach. I can see, though, he's got Instagram happening and all the rest of it. So if you've got Instagram happening, you know, you want to incorporate that into a blog and start using some of those photos. Every time you use a photo or publish a piece of content, it's another opportunity to rank for something. So, hopefully that's helpful. I'm here every weekday. This is my 23rd episode of doing this. So doing just over a month every day. If it's helpful, please, you know, tell your friends. And you can subscribe to the YouTube channel where I upload all these audits, as well as a weekly show. Sorry, what would help if you type Perth skateboard into Google? What would help if you type? So I guess the question is, do you want to rank for Perth skateboard? Perth skateboard. I know. Not sure I understand the question, Mozzie. I mean, if what would help if you typed Perth skateboard into Google on the site? I guess you're saying, how can you rank for Perth skateboard? Well, the first thing, if you want to rank, yeah, and page titles and URLs. So, for instance, if I wanted to rank for Perth skateboard on that site, who are we up against? We're up against a few retailers in Google My Business area, and then Gumtree. There's a couple of skate shops at the top, 1 and 2. We've got skateboard.com.au, which looks like a directory site for parks. See, the good thing about his domain name, he's already got the word skates in the domain name, right? So if you wanted to rank for Perth skateboard, you'd need some local geographical signals to let people know that you are Perth based, and we don't have that right now. We have no physical addresses on the site at all, so that's one problem. But we don't mention Perth at all either. So I would basically just do a page about that phrase. How are you going to work that into something interesting that people want to read? That's the hard bit, not actually doing the ranking. The hard bit is writing a nice piece of content to target that phrase, and that's a hard one. So you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jimboot, and that's where all these audits add up. And add a bio page too, and I've got a weekly show there which tells you about the latest news in SEO and things to watch out for. Now remember, we've got a Google Penguin update coming, so if you've used cheap SEO in the last 12 months, it's likely that you're going to be hit like Night 87 was. And that's it for today. We will see you on Monday. Thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye.